the game, and I do not know how to play it, but I am assuming that that's how you play, because it wouldn't make any other sense why you would have quarterback cards and wide receiver cards if you didn't add them together. So you guys will have to increase your math knowledge. Simple math, obviously. Cedric Griffin, Alex Brown, Sean Green. Here's a special Ray Maluga. Decent player. I think he played for USC, maybe? Yeah. Kenny Britt and Colin Cole. I think the Bengals could be a dangerous team this year if Carson Palmer stays healthy. He hasn't really been healthy for a long time, but he did put up a moment of brilliance. I think it was his 2007 season. He did a great job, so maybe he can get back there. And he's got some weapons, obviously. And speaking of that, there's Chad Ocho. And he'll have a better year this year. Last year, obviously, they had a little tougher time. I mean, they had a good year for wins, losses, but they just weren't very... they were lacking, obviously, a few critical pieces, and people just weren't playing their A games. All right, here we go. Chris Chambers, Sheldon Brown, Antonio Beather, Gerald Alexander, Javon Ringer, and Vernon Davis. We're actually making pretty good progress so far. I don't know, I might take a break halfway through so we can, you know, give you guys a break as well. Todd Heap, Roy Williams, Paul Palencia, Rondé Barber. Okay, so Rondé obviously used to be an awesome cornerback and still is very good. And you can obviously see that Rondé's always been good against the run. And I think good against the pass, but you obviously know how good Revis is against the pass. So, and then you got Marty Gillard, and he is a rookie, and Eric Whittle. And don't forget, the rookies do say rookies up here. So if you're confused, always look for the rookie mark by the top of the player's name. And I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but see how the offensive player and the defensive player come together to go head-to-head. So that is pretty sweet. And it'll make a little more sense when I show you an offensive player that actually is like a running back, like Rashad Mendenhall. Because here we go. See how the 46, if they were to run, Rashad Mendenhall, there would be a tie here, right? Because they're both 46. But then you look at the star rating, which is directly above the players' total, and you see 6 versus 7. And Louis Delmas has a better star rating, so Rashad Mendenhall would actually would not score, would not move the ball unless the defense would win this battle. And then the pass would combine with a QB amount. And I think I have that Kyle Orton over here, if I can find him. 1 second here. Yeah, he's stuck. There we go. So let's see. That would be, let's guess, 55 versus 53. So that combo would score the Mendenhall-Orton versus Delmas. But that would not score against Revis, obviously, because Revis is 63. 55 is not 63. So, guys, hopefully this is all making sense, and you're pretty excited about this game. The game is up and it is working on Adrenalyn. I'm sorry, it's NFL.adrenalyn, PaniniAdrenalyn.com. And I've heard people have been having issues signing up a new account at this point. The activation or registration isn't necessarily working. But if you have an account already with the NBA Adrenalyn, use that. And all you have to do is like activate a football one with that same account information. And I got in just fine. And you get 14 free codes instantly, free digital cards to play the game. And they give you enough to actually build and assemble a 14-player team. I guess that's how many you need to play the game. So that's really sweet. Romo. Oh, cool. Mike Sims Walker. 30-30. Anything above 30, I think, is pretty solid. He'll be all right. And then Larry Johnson looks a little weak, and James Butler. So yeah, these cards are awesome. I'm very impressed with Panini. And I don't know, I should probably show you guys the backs, but it looks like they have different colors for different positions, so you could play. Offense is green, and then defense is red, and I believe, let's look at Tony Romo, he's green as well. So I think it's just green versus red. I don't know if there's blues or anything like that, or so that's interesting how that works out. And if you guys saw my codes, I'd appreciate if you don't take it, but I understand I made a mistake by flipping them over. And there's Julius Peppers, and he is a special. And he's got pretty good ratings, and I'm a big Peppers fan because he's awesome. Oh, nice. You know, I'm not a big Michael Vick person fan, but he's still very popular in the collecting hobby, so that's why I got excited about that card, because usually Michael Vick cards do well, and he has extremely high runs, which is nice of them to do, and they didn't hurt his pass too much either, because obviously 26 isn't the greatest, but it's doable, and so there you go. Anthony Fasano, Joseph Adai, Rasheem Mathis, and Keith Brookings. Alright, yeah, I'm just sitting up a little bit, just stretching. And then we'll take a little break here once I feel like we've been halfway through. Greg Carmilio, Scott Channel, E.J. Henderson, Dwayne Bowe, Extra Sig. That is actually really strong, I think. 34-32 is better than Greg Jennings. Let's double check that real quick. I could be a little off. Okay, so this is to give you an idea of how good they made Dwayne Bowe. There's Calvin Johnson, 36-36, and Dwayne Bowe's 34-32. So he's not too far behind. That might be like what I would joke as the poor man's Randy Moss, right, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a more affordable card because it's not a flashy player, and he obviously has very solid stats in this game, which will help you. And then let's see, Michael Clayton and Glenn Coffey. So we have hit an ultimate in Calvin. We haven't hit our second ultimate, and I've pulled many boxes with 3, so we can be optimistic to hopefully get 3. All right, John Abraham. This is a special, and then wow, that's cool. Troy Polamalu. He's really good, and I think that he's probably going to be one of the top defensive players. I know Ben got the extra. So Extra Sig probably went to Mendenhall, so Polamalu probably has the ultimate, is what I'm assuming. So I can't wait to get him because he will probably be the best defensive. Okay, they gave him defensive back, actually, so he might not be as good as Arevis, because yeah, he is a good